What's up, and welcome to episode number 2 of Show and Tell, the series where I just tell you about some of the freestyle products I have. So a lot of people made it clear that they wanted me to talk about this, the Monta Shinji Red Freestyler football. I've had this ball for a long time, and as you can see, it's in very good condition. So I took it out for the first time in years last week and had a little session with it, and I'll let you know how that went. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at the history of Monta street soccer. So Monta first came to prominence around 2007, where they signed up some of the best freestylers in the world, including Pele and Tuzani, to sponsorship deals, and they were also heavily backed by Edgar Davids. There are two prominent features to their products which make them more of a freestyle brand than a regular football brand, and that's the size of the ball. They are all 4.5 size footballs, and also the material used, which is denim. So with these striking and sexy looking products, and also the backing of some of the best freestylers in the world, along with Edgar Davids, Monta became very popular. There was a huge buzz around the company, and any new freestyler wanted to get their hands on the ball, the clothes, everything. So Monta were on the up and up, and things got better when they signed a contract with Red Bull to provide the footballs for Red Bull Street Style. And this was where Monta started to develop a bad reputation. If you wanted to compete in Red Bull Street Style, you wanted to do well, then you had to get accustomed to the ball. And the thing is, the balls got much worse. They changed from red footballs to blue footballs, and if you used them, then they would leave blue marks on your clothes, shoes, anything it came into contact with. Along with that, the balls became much lighter, and they also couldn't keep shape at all, and they just became a nightmare to use. The freestylers were very unhappy with the ball, and they wanted them removed from the competition, and the Monta freestyle team, featuring the best freestylers in the world, disbanded. Monta continued to be the official ball provider for the Red Bull Street Style competition up until 2014, where the freestylers were allowed to use their own balls, and surprise surprise, not many people decided to use Monta balls. So Monta no longer had the support of the freestyle community behind them, but also their items were continuously out of stock, and people who did order them didn't manage to get them. There's numerous stories of freestylers ordering a football only for it not to arrive. But despite all that, there's still a huge interest in Monta. For some reason, people still want to get hold of those footballs, and now apparently they're under new management. Their online web store has been redone, and they're launching new products, and things look like they're moving in the right direction for Monta. So now we've looked at that, let's take a look at the actual ball. This is their most famous ball, their most popular product. As you can tell, it's got a striking design. The red looks amazing. The logo is one of the coolest logos around, in my opinion, and it's just a beautiful looking ball. Straight away you can tell that the ball is slightly smaller than a traditional football. It's a size 4.5. Of course, this is going to give you a slight advantage when doing lower combos, but also the denim material works really nice for lowers for some reason. I can't figure out why, but it takes the bounce out of the ball, and when I was practicing with it, it just felt really nice to use. The ball was popping up very good for no touches, and I also felt like I had good control over the ball, so I was very surprised by that. I didn't remember enjoying it that much for lowers. So as you can tell, this ball is in great condition, and I really just love looking at it rather than using it, and that's because if I use it, it's not going to look like this. If I use this for a month, it would get absolutely destroyed, especially if it got wet. Because of the denim, it holds the weight of the ball, and it just makes it a nightmare to use. It's just like if you wear a pair of jeans and you slide across the floor, the chances are your jeans are going to get worn down or you're going to tear them. And that's what happens with the Monta football. And that's one of the reasons why I don't recommend freestylers to buy this ball unless you just want it as a memento or something to look at or something different to try. Don't make this your main football because you're going to have to keep buying them over and over again. Also, the size of the ball is something that's really bothered me. Because it's slightly smaller, you just feel like you're cheating yourself a little bit. Now, it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it definitely does make a difference, and you'll be able to notice it. Also, the idea of telling a non-freestyler that you use a slightly customized ball just doesn't sit well with me. I think it gives a bad representation of what we do, and it degrades our skills. In other areas of freestyle, the ball just performs adequately. It's nothing special. Lowers is where it shines. As for sit downs and uppers, I'm not really a big fan of it, purely because of the size and the size alone. Because there's not much padding and bounce on the ball, it really makes sit downs not challenging, but you feel like you have to put in a little bit more effort. But that said, I really enjoyed using this football the other day. It was a lot of fun, and I think it looks really stylish. I think it can improve the look of your style a little bit. It definitely makes me look a little bit taller, which I'm a big fan of. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in this ball, I think you should pick it up, but just don't make it your main ball. So if you've got the money, it costs around £25, I think, so it's not too expensive. why not grab it? And also, as I said before, it's an important piece of freestyle history. When you look at it, you think freestyle, and you have to give Monta credit for that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of Monta, their balls, their products, just the company as a whole. Stay tuned for another episode of Show and Tell in the near future. In the meantime, subscribe and check out lancefreestyle.com, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace.